fight camp. As the disclaimer probably said, I think I'm going to put up a disclaimer. I won't know until I get ready to post this video. But I think I better. This is going to be one of the more controversial postings I put up. But essentially, I'm sick of it. There will be some people who will say, well, Safe, why did you make a video when you know that people are going to see this, and given the climate of the country, and, you know, the bottom line is I can reach more people by posting a video than I can separately, okay? So the issue is this, and it bothers me. Black people and martial arts. Black people and martial arts. To this day, I am being asked, and I understand why I'm being asked, why so many black people are unrealistic about the martial arts. This has got to stop, all right? It's got to stop. And not because of any survivalist thing, and not even really because of the racial climate that exists now in America. That's not even really why I'm saying it. It's because it's nauseating for me. It's nauseating. I'll give you a story. A guy comes in, he comes into our school. Now, he says he wants to come in and train. He knows me from the past. He comes in, the first thing he says, Salaam alaikum, you know, peace be upon you, the greeting of Muslims. Salaam alaikum. I said, wa alaikum salam, and peace be upon you. He then says, man, how you doing? I'm doing, all praise due to God, I'm doing good. He says, you know, I saw so-and-so and so-and-so. Really? You saw so-and-so and so-and-so? Yeah, no, what do you know so-and-so and so-and-so? He asked me, do I know somebody? I said, yeah, I know him, but I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, because he used to train with so-and-so. This guy comes in, supposedly to train, right? And he reminisces, wants to reminisce for an hour. He wants to reminisce for an hour, right? That's all. He comes, he takes 3 lessons. 3 lessons. But because he's not as good as he thinks, he leaves. Now, I actually train in one of the toughest neighborhoods in East Orange, New Jersey, right across the street from a barbershop that on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday afternoon, especially Friday and Saturday, I'll throw Thursday in there, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, and particularly in the summer, it is crowded. It is packed with black guys lifting weights 6'1", 210 pounds, 5'10", 230 pounds, muscle, 10% body fat perhaps, right? And they just watch me work out. Watch me work out. Now, I have students that are black, but my toughest student are none of those people that are across the street in that barbershop that go up and down the street in their cars, go up and down the street talking about what they're going to do to people. None. My toughest student is none of them. My toughest student is a Hindu, is an Indian Hindu from India. He's my toughest student, right? Yet you got nothing but big black guys running around talking about how good they can fight, what they will do. I leave my curtains open so they can see me train, so I can shame them into training, right? And they're afraid to come in. My reputation in that area is there's too much contact in that school. Too much contact. There's too much contact. Nobody gets beat up. But the problem is when you are trying to lift weights, and when you have a reputation, and when you live in a society or a culture where people look at you and assume you can fight, because us black folks, we still do that. We still look at a man and say, wow, he's a big guy, he must can fight. Must can, right? He must can fight, right? We don't ask how many people his size has he beaten up. No. We don't realize that no matter how big he is, if we elevate our level of violence, we can beat him. We just have to use a weapon as an equalizer, right? Black people in black culture look at a black guy who's big and says, man, he can fight. I don't want to mess with him. Why not? Some of the most uncoordinated people I've ever taught were black guys. Were heavyweight black guys. You ask them to put up their hands. You look at them, you think they can box. You think there's sugar in there and Marvin Hagler put together. Terrence Crawford too, let's throw him in there, right? Hell, while we're at it, let's throw in Floyd Mayweather. You look at them, the way they talk, the way they walk, you think they can throw down, right? You think they're thorough, as they say. You think they're thorough with their hands, right? The minute I tell them to put their hands up, I mean so many corrections. There's so many corrections. And I won't rag on people who have physical challenges, you know, who have cerebral palsy or whatever like that, because it comes across being funny. But let's just say they look like they are physically challenged. Yet their whole reputation is they can fight. And this is a problem in the black community. It's a problem. Wrestling. I happen to love wrestling. Ask a black person about wrestling. Ask a black guy about wrestling. Wrestling. No matter what kind of legacy we have as black people, wrestlers, wrestling. in every single thing these black guys are doing. What you are doing is ridiculous. What you like is ridiculous. The more unlikely something is to work, the more you like it. Let's look at MMA. Let's look at MMA, because this is another pet peeve of mine, where I talk to people and they say, I don't like MMA. Black people, I hear black people in my family, I don't like MMA. Really? You don't like MMA? No, I don't like MMA. Why? Because it's like street fighting. Yeah. That's exactly why you should like mixed martial arts, because it's like street fighting. One guy said to me, and I'm just going to put it out there, it's the white man's art. Well, yeah. There are some people, there are some races who see it as the white man's art. Yes, there are. There are forums on the internet where white people who are Nazis and Ku Klux Klansmen are saying, yes, it's the white man's art. Yes. But this is what we black people do. This is what we black people do. Every single time somebody does something, no matter what our legacy is in it, we go running. We do it with religion. Well, so-and-so said something bad about us. Oh, I'm not going to be a Christian. So-and-so said something bad about us. I'm not going to be a Jew. So-and-so said something bad about us. I'm not going to be a Muslim. I mean, you can look at some of those religions and see some of the greatest people in those religions were black people. But, oh, no, they were slaves. Oh, no, somebody said they were racist. Oh, no. It's like somebody can walk into a black man's house, tell him to leave, he leaves, and then he never wants to go back to the house anymore because the person took his house from him. Oh, I hate that house now. You used to live there. Oh, I hate it now. Why? Because the Irish guy took it from me. Yeah, well, he took it from you. You let him have it. It's the same thing in mixed martial arts. You have black people, I don't like mixed martial arts. I hate mixed martial arts. Why? Because it's the white man's sport. Why the white man? The white man says it's his sport. Does that mean it's his sport? Does that mean it's his sport? Really? Now some of you might say, well, Safe, what's wrong with saying that? The irony of it all. The irony. Here's the irony of it. Because you know when I do a video like this, I have to give you irony. Here is where the stupidity and the irony of black people not liking mixed martial arts comes in. There are 5 people who are generally considered to be the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. Of all time. 5 people are considered to be, are always in the running. These 5 names are always in the running of mixed martial artists who are considered to be the greatest of all time. Here are the names. I'm going to scramble them around. These people, again, are considered to be the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. Here's the stupidity of black folks saying, oh, it's not a black art. Oh, it's a white man's art. Oh, that's why I don't like mixed martial arts. Here's the stupidity. Demetrius Johnson, George St. Pierre, yes. Fedor Emelianenko, yes, still considered to be one of the greatest of all time. John Jones, yes, with an asterisk, but yeah, still considered to be one of the greatest of all time. And Anderson Silva. Let's run through them again. The 5 guys, even with controversy, considered to be amongst the greatest of all time in mixed martial arts. Demetrius Johnson, George St. Pierre, Fedor Emelianenko, John Bones Jones, and Anderson Silva. Okay? Now, what are you getting at, Safe? Demetrius Johnson is black. John Jones is black. And yes, Anderson Silva is black. He got to Brazil by way of the slave trade. He was ordered by the Portuguese the same way many of our ancestors was ordered by people in America, right? Anyone looking at him knows that he's of African descent, right? So we got 3 of the 5 greatest mixed martial arts of all time being black, and black fools all over America. Black idiots, morons, all over America are saying, mixed martial arts? I don't like mixed martial arts. I don't like mixed, all I like is boxing. 3 of your people are the greatest fighters that ever got into the cage. And you have the audacity to say, well, I don't like mixed martial arts. That is the stupidity. That is that brain. When often I question if any freaking thing is at home up there. All right? When you have a legacy in something, freaking embrace it. Because this is becoming nauseating. You don't want to block any punches. The only thing you want to do is stand there like Floyd Mayweather. That's all you want to do. And when you stand in the Philly show, you don't want to attack. You just want to stand around like this. Well, look what happened to Tank, right? Tank Gervonta, or however his name is, he's another Adrian Broner, right? And he does the same thing, but from a southpaw position. And look at Adrian Broner. Look at him. Now, I'm not saying they didn't do something with their career. They did a lot more with their career. Tank, Gervonta's Tank, no matter what he does, no matter how much he fights, he's going a far way. He's made some money. He's made a living boxing. A lot of people just simply don't do that. But weren't they supposed to be the greatest, some of the greatest of all time? And Gervonta's Tank is nothing. He's nothing but another Adrian Broner, and you will see he's nothing but another Adrian Broner. He's on his way out. In 4 or 5 years, he will be Adrian Broner. And you see what happened to Adrian Broner. You understand what I'm saying, people? So the whole idea that all you do is just stand in, you kind of just move like this, you kind of just move like that. Floyd Mayweather needs to be honest with these people and tell them, you just can't stand there. Floyd Mayweather, yes, is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Why? Because he beat a Miguel Cotto. Yes, he did. Because he beat a Maidana. Yes, he did. Because he fought his masterpiece against Diego Corrales. That is his masterpiece. Not a lot of people talk about it, but that's his masterpiece. He did the shoulder roll maybe one time in that whole fight. Okay? You don't hear people talk about that because, again, it's a lot of graphics, a lot of subscribers, but not a whole lot of knowledge. The fact of the matter is, no matter what we say about Canelo Alvarez, no matter what Canelo Alvarez does later, Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez. He's lost. Canelo Alvarez lost. No matter what he does with Triple G, he lost. Right? And who beat him? Floyd Mayweather, naturally smaller fighter. So if it was just standing like that, then, hey, Adrian Broner would be another Floyd Mayweather, which he certainly never was and never has been. Never has been and never will be, right? The same thing with Gervonta's Tank. But black folks, you don't want to do anything if you're not standing there like this. You don't want to do anything if it's not aesthetically beautiful. Now we have Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. You said, oh, well, he's going to do good. Oh, he's going to do this. He's going to do that. You're still not blocking. If I tell a black man to block, he has a freaking fit. Yet that is the most practical way to defend yourself in the street. Not slipping, not ducking, not weaving, not bobbing. Black people, you need to get right about your martial arts, all right? Because I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of liberal white people, of progressive white people who have supported us and are not racist at all, asking me, what is it with you? What is it with you? I'm going to fight camp, save Carmen. Train hard, train smart. See you next video.